Varun, a 25-year-old guy who is living in Mumbai and has just started working with an international firm a few months ago. So life's good, right? Well, there's a problem. He has night shifts. By the time his night shift ends, he's exhausted. But for some reason, he simply cannot fall asleep. He keeps lying down in the bed hoping to get some luck with the sleep. He may even doze off for a few hours. But when he wakes up, he is always dull, feels tired, and is disturbed by the slightest noise around him. Most of the days, by the time he could get a proper wink, it was already 6 in the evening and he had to rush to work. So it's no wonder, right? What used to be a jovial, happy go lucky person is a hot wire that can be set off with the smallest thing nowadays. But after a while, irritation was the least of his problems. He started having severe acidity, almost 4 days a week, bouts of anxiety, loss of appetite, and weakness. Till one day, while he was working, he felt breathless and then he fainted. The following hospitalization gave a high diagnosis: high blood pressure, high sugar, and high cholesterol, along with a bunch of other high things. Now, this case by itself might not mean much to you, so forget about the night shift. Even people working normal hours are suffering with sleep deprivation. In fact, research shows nearly 93% Indians are sleep deprived. Furthermore, lack of sleep affects attention, memory, and decision making. And lack of sleep is associated with a wide range of health issues like hypertension, diabetes, stroke, obesity, heart attacks, and depression. Now, that being said, I understand. It's not possible to sleep on time. There's work, there's studies, there's family, and a thousand other things that will stop you. So, while I say that sleep on time and get enough sleep, if you can't, just try to follow this model. After Varun approached us, we decided to target 4 areas of his life: before he slept, while he was sleeping, after he woke up, and his meals throughout the day. We asked him to change his approach towards these four, and everything else fell into place like dominoes. Number one, before he slept, we asked him to do two things. Do not use mobile or any electronic for half an hour before the bed, and we asked him to practice Yog Nidra or Shavasana. Number two, while he was sleeping, we told him just one thing: don't try to sleep. Sleep is one of those things where the more you try, the more you fail to do so. Try to lie down and see if the sleep comes by itself. If not, just get up and do something that he would like to do. Number 3, after he woke up, he was asked to work out for at least 30 minutes daily. We specifically taught him certain asanas and pranayams which will help him cope with the work pressure and sleep deprivation. And number 4, his meals. We asked him to stop eating anything processed. No food that is in a can, is in a plastic bag, or has any preservative. Just stick to whole foods and try to maintain a balance in his nutrition. Only by focusing on these 4 areas, we started working. And slowly, the changes became apparent to himself. The bouts of irritations had reduced because he was not frustrated by the lack of sleep. His blood report also showed reduced levels of cholesterol and sugar, while his acidity also went down because he was on a whole food diet and was having a balanced nutritional intake. Not only this, but he was fresh when he had to leave for work. Things were not perfect, but they were certainly better than before. This is how we were able to move around the problem, as the problem itself was unavoidable. In just 3 months of intervention, Varun was able to manage his lifestyle in a way where he was able to reduce the damages from this unavoidable problem. If you yourself are facing such an unavoidable problem which is leading you towards lack of sleep, here's a list. Do not try to do everything at once. Just choose 3 or 4 of these and try to inculcate these into your daily life. 6 months down the line, Varun called me up. And he said that yesterday in his office, someone had fell down. They thought he had fainted, but it was a heart attack. They rushed him to the hospital, but they couldn't save him. Since then, Varun has been thinking that what if? What if 6 months ago he did not change?